Morning, back in Portsmouth. Today we're going to have a look at the historic dockyard, which is just over there. Don't do what I did and turn up at 9 o'clock. We're going to find out the gates don't open until 10. So give it an hour, I'll see you in there. Okay, that wasn't too long to wait. So up first we've got the HMS Warrior. Oh wow, check this out. Well, that's my fun ruined. Oh look, that's the ferry I was on in my Isle of Wight video. As well as the masts for sail, the steamship, probably cutting edge technology back then, hybrid power. Right, so I'm going to go below decks like I'm Captain Birdseye, downstairs. But I think it's going to be quite dark down there, so I'll film what I can. Whoa, just check this out, it's just row upon row upon row of cannon. Don't want to be caught on the wrong side of this ship. And I'm not allowed to eat at my desk at work, but these guys are. And sleep. And if you get bored, just grab a sword. It's got all the modern conveniences. It looks like this might just be for the officers. If you're one of the men, you're probably given a bucket if you're lucky. I don't know why it surprised me being like a warship and all, but there's just arms and weapons everywhere. Swords, guns, pistols, rifles. Oh, these stairs are steep. Looks like these are the officers' quarters, the paymaster, 3rd lieutenant, 5th lieutenant. The lieutenant, sorry. And chief engineer. So what have we got here? Rum rations. Could be. Very important part of the ship. It's weird, it seems much bigger on the inside than it does the outside. I assume this is the brig. Down we go again. Okay, try not to break an ankle before my holiday. Okay, we're right on the bottom now, there's the hull. I wonder where the waterline is. This must be the engine room. It's row upon row of furnaces, under the next room. Okay, so that was the HMS Warrior. Let's get up and have a look and see what else is here. Go see some more ships. It's warmed up a bit since I was below decks. So this is the HMS M33. I'm quite sure the significance of the name. It's one of 3 ships left over from World War I, and the only one remaining from the Gallipoli campaign. Do love that dazzle camouflage. Let's check it out inside. I think the first thing that hits you is the smell. Oil. It's much more of a different smell than the Warrior. Much more industrial smelling.
Chapel, there's flies in the sugar again.
It's all the comforts of home.
Slow head together. Slow head together.
Okay, just asked them, there's no significance to the name M33, just a number designation. So in wartime, we were just churning these out. No time to give them all a name. I'll just go on the back of the Mary Rose exhibition, and I think that is the HMS Queen Elizabeth, which is the new aircraft carrier. I think it's that anyway. And if you look, I'll zoom in, I don't know how well you'd be able to see it, but they've actually got the Tudor rose on the bridge. I think that's the bridge. Okay, so I'm going to see the Mary Rose now. It's something I've always wanted to see since I saw it being brought up from the sea on Blue Peter in the early 80s. So it's been a while. Let's go in and have a look. I hope they got aircon in there. It's pretty warm out here. Well, that was pretty incredible. In fact, that was brilliant. Really enjoyed that. I have no idea how much of it's going to come out. It's pretty dark in there, but yeah, just go and see it for yourself. The reveal of the ship as you're walking through, it really hits you. It's breathtaking. Right, what's next? Okay, so we're going to see the HMS Victory now. It's in this big shed thing. I was doing work at it because it's one heck of a noise coming from there. But yeah, let's go in there and have a look. Okay, I think this is going to be a noisy one, but you can see the outside of the Victory and the cannon ports. Let's go in. So this is obviously a good bit before the the Warrior that we were on earlier. It's all wood, there's no ironwork. Cannons look older. The roof is a lot lower as well, keep banging my head. Here we are on the quarter deck. This is where Nelson fell. Wow. Talk about history. This is Nelson's actual day cabin. I know I got the humour of a 12-year-old. So I've got to show you Nelson's toilet. I'm not sure anyone else had a private toilet on this ship. He also gets a very nice dining room. Down one deck now. The lower you go, the lower the ceilings go. I don't fancy these sleeping quarters much. It reminds me of that old Hornblower TV series. This is the tightest squeeze yet. The lantern marks the spot where Nelson actually died. But I won't bump my head twice, which isn't too bad. 3 times. Okay, that's us done with the Victory, and we're going out through the dock. It's a shame all this scaffolding is on here, but I suppose it can't be helped. A shame about the noise as well, but yeah, that can't be helped like that. So that's the historic dockyard done. You see the HMS Warrior behind me. Yeah, that was good, I enjoyed that. It's quite expensive, it's 40 quid, but it's one of those tickets that you can use as many times as you want in a year, and it's definitely worth going back, because I know I didn't see everything. I kind of plan to go back and do some stuff anyway, so yeah, the Mary Rose itself is probably worth the price of admission. So yeah, definitely recommend that as a day out. Well, now that's done, I need to get a ferry. It's going to be a little bit bigger than the ferry I caught to the Isle of Wight, and I'm going a little bit further, but you'll see that on the next video. So if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.